Hi everyone, Eric Nelson here once again, and thank you for tuning into my YouTube channel. For today, I am back with another book review on Ken Welsch's Forever Since an Apple. Now, I'm just going to come right out and say it. I hate reality shows. Now, I'm not talking about the reality shows that have some sort of education in the background of what you're seeing on TV, like Hell's Kitchen, Kitchen Nightmares, The Apprentice, Dr. Pole, and especially Pawn Stars, in essence, where you actually learn something from the show, whether like any of within any of Chef Gordon Ramsay's shows. It's all about cooking and running a successful restaurant business. And of course, with Pawn Stars, it's all about learning about history, whether it's foreign or domestic. However, if you're just watching a show that is simply there to show the daily lives of whoever is being shown on the camera, whether they're active or they're just walking and talking, I think it's there to simply show off that somehow they got lucky and are on TV making a lot of money. Well, I'm sure that you all understand where I'm coming from. But as I said, there are a lot of good reality shows that have education in their background, and those shows I just like to put under the category of educational programs. And there are a lot of people who are really good critics of reality shows. Now, I'm not sure if Ken Welsch is a critic of reality shows, but he is a great author, and he has and not only at creating a great and not only at creating a great story where there's a lot of great characters, but he creates the main protagonist, Daniel Everett, as where he just puts a lot of logic. Well, he just I wouldn't use the word logic in reality shows, but he tries to take them seriously because he is a part of one. Now the story begins with him sitting at a bar, and where a reality show comes on in the bar called Who's Who, and he has a very small cameo in the opening of that show, and a lot of sorority girls see him in it, and they recognize him, and they want to ask him a lot of questions about the show, especially the end results of the show. Well, then it flashes back to the time before he got to be involved in that show, where we see him and his friend Ebb working at their college newspaper, where Daniel is the college photographer or the photographer for the newspaper, and Ebb is a writer. So as they go through a typical college life of trying to figure out their future and where they will be after college, they end up in Chicago, and they are in Michigan too. So as they go through where they're going, like where they're going to end up after college, they end up in Chicago to cover a story about an upcoming reality show. Now, the main premise of Who's Who is where 10 guys try to win the heart of just one girl. And the prize isn't just a girl, it's also an X amount of money and all likely celebrity status that will probably suffer the 15 minutes of fame fame syndrome. And the show Who's Who is supposed to revive reality TV since ratings of various reality shows are declining. And yes, the question is asked in the book: how can a reality show with a with a formula that is so similar to other reality shows, how is that able to boost ratings and save other reality shows? Well, I won't answer that question because you have to read the book, and I would be giving you maybe not the main spoiler, but just one of them. But you shouldn't read the book just to see the answer to that question. You should just simply read it because it's a really great story. Now, as I said, I am far from being the biggest fan of reality shows, but aside from that, even though I don't really like the subject matter, or should I say the background subject matter, I think that all characters, whether they're useless in the reality show or they're useful in the actual story, I think that it is a a great story, but it's also a great way to put reality TV into perspective. And Daniel Everett does a great job, and of course Ken Welsh did a great job at writing him and how he wants to make the business look serious, but in the end he really can't, or he tries to. And I would also like to say that if this book were to be published before the first real reality show were to be produced, and if this book became a bestseller, I can almost guarantee that reality shows would not be a public interest. But then again, it's just my opinion. If you disagree with me on reality shows that don't have an educational payoff, I'm sorry, you can disagree with me and you're free to like reality shows. And even if the author Ken Welsh himself disagrees with me, I'm sorry, but that's just my opinion, but I still loved your book. So you can get this book anywhere, and I hope to see you all at the bookstore or the iBookstore.